In Brazil, the minimum wage is just over 250 US dollars a month. Can you imagine living on that? For millions of Brazilians, this isn't a thought experiment, it's their daily reality. How do they do it? Let's take a closer look at the true cost of living in one of the world's most vibrant and unequal countries. This is a story about survival, resilience, and the creative ways people make ends meet when money is incredibly tight. It's a side of Brazil you rarely see in travel guides. First, let's break down the expenses. The biggest challenge is housing. In major cities like São Paulo or Rio de Janeiro, finding a place to live on a minimum wage budget is nearly impossible. Rent for even a small, basic apartment in a safe area can easily consume more than half of that monthly income. As a result, many people live in peripheral neighborhoods or often in self-built homes where rent is lower but infrastructure and security can be a serious concern. The commute from these areas to the city center, where most jobs are, can take hours each day. Next up is food. A basic food basket for one person, known as the cesta básica, which includes items like rice, beans, sugar, coffee, and cooking oil, costs roughly $150. That's more than half the minimum wage. This means that after paying for food, there's very little left for rent, utilities, and everything else. To put this in perspective, imagine if your monthly groceries in the US or Europe cost half of your entire paycheck. It would force you to make incredibly difficult choices. So how do people manage? They adapt. Families often pool their resources, with multiple generations living under one roof to share the cost of rent and bills. It's not uncommon for a household to rely on several minimum wage incomes just to get by. Another key survival strategy is the informal economy. Many people supplement their official income with bikos or side hustles. This could be anything from selling homemade snacks on the street to providing cleaning services to doing small repair jobs. These informal activities are a crucial lifeline, providing the extra cash needed for unforeseen expenses like medicine or a child's school supplies. Public transportation is another significant expense. A single bus or metro ride in a big city can cost over $1. For someone commuting to work 6 days a week, this quickly adds up, sometimes taking up to 20% of their income. This is why you see crowded buses and trains at all hours. It's the only affordable way for millions to get to their jobs. When you compare this to life in the United States or Europe, the contrasts are stark. While minimum wage workers in Western countries also face financial struggles, there's often a stronger social safety net. In Brazil, that net is much thinner. The reliance on family and community isn't just a cultural preference, it's an economic necessity. But what this story isn't about is pity. It's about ingenuity. You'll see it at the street markets or feiras, where people buy fresh produce at lower prices than supermarkets. They know exactly which vendors have the best deals and how to stretch every real, the Brazilian currency. You see it in the way people repair and repurpose items instead of buying new ones. This culture of making do is born out of necessity, but it also showcases incredible resourcefulness. People find joy and maintain a strong sense of community despite the economic pressure. Weekend barbecues, family gatherings, and local celebrations are essential parts of life. These social connections provide emotional support and a temporary escape from the daily grind. It is a reminder that a person's wealth is just measured by their bank accounts. The reality for someone earning the minimum wage in Brazil is a constant balancing act. Every day involves making tough decisions. Pay the electricity bill or buy more food. Fix the leaking roof or buy a new pair of shoes for a growing child? These are not abstract questions. They are the concrete choices millions face daily. This isn't to say life is all hardship. Brazil is a country of immense beauty and warmth. But to truly understand it, we have to look beyond the beaches and festivals and see the economic realities that shape the lives of its people. The resilience of the Brazilian people in the face of these challenges is nothing short of remarkable. It's a powerful testament to the human spirit's ability to adapt, endure, and find meaning even in the most difficult circumstances. Thank you for joining me on this journey. If you found this insightful, consider subscribing to see more stories from around the world. See you next time.